Hi everyone, Christina here. I am hopping on my camera this morning because I was about to watercolor this quote and thought I would go ahead and film it. I'm going to walk you through the video instead of doing a voiceover just because I think it will be a little bit easier and so you can see everything in real time. So I have this quote, or saying, I guess, that says, "You are amazing." And since it was a prompt for one of the challenges I'm doing at Instagram, I thought kind of sounds like it would be a card. So I'm going to go ahead and make it card sized and then I can send it to a friend. So I've just penciled on my basic design. I'm going to be using a light pad to help me transfer this onto some watercolor paper. So I'm going to go ahead and get my watercolors ready. I'm going to be using 4 different colors of Dr. P.H. Martin's Radiant Concentrated Watercolor. I'm using, I think it's cyclamen, or I'm not sure how to say it, olive green, daffodil yellow, and slate blue. All 4 colors are from the set B that you can buy. You can buy them in sets of 14, and these are all from the set B. So I'm going to go ahead and just shake these up. You can see kind of that color settles in on one side, so you have to shake them up really well until all of that pigment that settled is mixed right back into the color. Shake that up. That's pretty close. So I'm just going to do, you don't have to use very much of this at all. I'm just going to add probably 3 drops, and that's probably more than enough that I'll need. And I'm going to do that for each of these colors. Okay, and because these colors are very concentrated, I'm going to go ahead and add some water to these wells in my palette just to get it started. I have a glass bottle here that I bought on Amazon. It's just filled with clean water, and it has an eyedropper on it, which is the main reason why I bought it. But I'm just going to add a couple drops of water to each one of these because the color can be pretty intense on its own, and I don't want to use it quite that strongly. Okay, so now that my colors are all set up, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my light pad. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to get my paper ready. Today I'm using some Canson XL watercolor paper. This is, I wouldn't use this watercolor paper if I was doing something really heavy with water, a big watercolor wash, or, I don't know, it's not the world's finest watercolor paper, but it's also a really great price. So I found myself using it a lot for lettering projects just because it's a great price, especially if I'm not sure if I'm going to be making, you know, if it's going to be a final project or not. All right, I cut the watercolor paper to 5x7, so it's larger than this. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to cut it down to be just a regular A2 card size or not. I'm going to bring in my light pad, and this is a light pad from Huion, I'm not sure how to say it. But they are fantastic. It's rather inexpensive. It's about $50 on Amazon, and it's great because I can see my project through it. So if I turn out the light, you can see all of my pencil design through. Okay, and now I'm going to bring over my palette so I can see a little more of what I'm doing. And I know it's super dark. Let me see if I can add a little bit of light, but not too much. It might be better to have it on this side. There we go. So you can see it just a little bit better. I'm going to be using a water brush. This is from Pentel. This is a small aquash brush, and I'm going to be using it for the watercolor today. Okay, I'm going to do the You Are Amazing and Slate Blue. I'm going to go ahead and get that started. And I just want to work really carefully as I do all these thicks and thins. I'm purposely letting the ink or the watercolor fade out right here because I want a difference in color. So I'm making sure that I'm not adding more paint to my brush right at this moment, even though it is quite pale. So that's really pale, so I'm going to add a little color right here. Okay, so I have the lettering on there. Now I'm going to work on all of the flowers that are in the surrounding area. So to clean off my water brush, I'm just going to squeeze some water out and then scribble onto my paper towel. The tip of my brush is actually stained. I don't know if you can see that. It's stained kind of like a purplish pink, but that doesn't transfer while I'm working. Okay, so because the watercolor paper is wet now, it's bowing up a little bit, so I'm going to have to press with my fingertips. I'm going to have to press that down so I can see the design really well. I don't know how much that's showing on camera, but in order to see my design, I'm going to have to press down a little bit. I'm going to start with one of the pinkish purple colors, making this flower. And I've discovered if you want really loose flowers, go ahead and just like don't pay attention too much to the shape. Just start adding in blobs and it'll start to look like a flower. All right, I'm going to do a pink one there. I think I'll do one down here too. And I might have to bring in more of that color later, but for now, I'm going to go ahead and add some yellow. I'll do this flower over here in yellow. This is a really bright yellow, so I don't know how much it's actually going to show on camera. I'm doing the circular berry shapes in the pink color. Okay, now I can bring my lights over so I can see what I'm working with. I'll turn that off. And I'm going to work on some details on top of the flowers. You can see how bright that yellow is. It's super bright. I love it. I'm going to give some of these little berries something to hang on to. I think I need some yellow over here. So I'm going to add some like yellow berries. I think that would be nice. Okay, so I'm gonna let this dry and then I'm gonna come back in and add some of the blue to the flower shapes for some detail work. Okay, so now that it's dry, I'm going to go ahead and add in some blue centers on flowers. Okay, so there is my floral lettering piece. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next video, hopefully sooner rather than later. The big project I've been working on is going to be finished very soon, so hopefully I will be back to doing regular videos immediately after. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.